Hi Aquarius, welcome to Vidya's Prophecy Tarot. This is a general love reading for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Aquarius, you probably watched some tarot readings. You probably know that these are general. Okay, they may or may not apply. Some parts could fit, others might not. Just take the bits that resonate. And if it doesn't resonate at all, please check your other placements. Or it's possibly not your reading. Okay, there is something to consider in that. And if there's multiple people, please be aware that you could be any one of these people. Okay, so that being said, let's get started. Aquarius, what is the message for Aquarius? What is the message here for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? What is the message here for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? What is the message here for Aquarius? Wow, we got devotion. Okay, I think Libra had this. Okay. With transformation. All right. And let's get another couple of cards from this deck. What is the message here for Aquarius? Just check that these are... I saw something that was flipped over. Okay, what is the message here for Aquarius? What's the message for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? Why is devotion here for Aquarius? Ooh, house in reverse. Okay. What is the message for Aquarius? Courthouse reversed. Okay. With message of concern. Okay. So there's change in feelings. Okay. Maybe something that you were devoted to has undergone a transformation here. Okay. With the house in reverse, it feels like the end of a serious relationship. With the courthouse reversed, almost feels like a splitting up, right? Now someone's undergone some kind of change, maybe as a result of something they've heard with this message of concern, okay? Okay, feels like the end of a serious relationship and feelings around that are changing for some reason, okay? Okay, let's see. What is the message for Aquarius? What's the message here for Aquarius? What's the message for Aquarius? What is the message here for Aquarius? Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's a message of concern there. The Fool. The Hierophant. The Queen of Coins. The Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Coins. The Ace of Swords. Queen of Cups. Just move these along. Five of Swords. Three of Cups. That's funny. Scorpio had these cards as well. Could be dealing with the Scorpio. Ace of Coins and the Magician. Okay, and we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy. Okay. So you could be hearing something, Aquarius. Now this could be you or, someone else. But I'm going to read it as you. Okay, so someone could be telling you, coming to you with something. You could be hearing something that is causing concern. It may have to do with a choice here. Someone could be choosing to start down a new path, right? And whatever you've heard, I think you're aware that this is the truth. that this person is set on this path, okay, that they're very clear about this. And it may be somebody who, with this Queen of Coins, they could have been a spouse of yours, Aquarius. They could have been someone who was devoted to you, okay? Because we have the devotion card here. I feel it's this Queen of Coins. Someone who was devoted, but now they want to go on a new journey, maybe, okay? What's crossing this is the Hierophant. So, I think in some way you guys are tied. There is some commitment here still lingering. And the message of concern that you're hearing is that this person wants to move. Maybe they want to sell the house, they want to get divorced, okay? Their loyalties and their feelings are changing, okay? It's this person, the Knight of Coins, Virgo energy, okay? It doesn't have to be a Virgo. But this person was loyal, they were devoted to you maybe, they worked, hard. And you're hearing about this, that they feels like they're kind of done and they want to go off somewhere else, okay? With this Queen of Cups coming up, there may be somebody that they are in love with. Aquarius, okay? This could be leaving you feeling conflicted, a little bitter, okay? That this person's loyalty has changed, could be leaving you feeling, a little conflicted. Because what's hidden is this Three of Cups. Someone's coming to tell you that this person has somebody else, okay, and that they maybe wish to propose to that person or be with that person or even marry that person, something of the sort. And this is leaving you very conflicted. Now, I get the feeling that this relationship with this person may have been over for a while, okay, but I think what's concerning you is the fact that they want to go off and have this new beginning, which then leads to this situation of a broken, like maybe the end of a family, a home or something like that. I think it's the practical realities of splitting up, the end of this home, the court case that's going with it. That's what's causing concern, okay? I that's sort of the energy I'm getting here. And that's what's making you feel conflicted, that this person wants to maybe commit to somebody else, that their loyalties have finally changed. I think they were devoted to you. They were, but that's undergone a change. And maybe that's the thing that you didn't expect. Maybe you thought that they would always be devoted to you, okay? So you're now afraid of this person's new opportunity here. Maybe this is like an ex that you thought would always hold a flame for you, right? Like they were so crazy about you, they'd have done anything for you, that there's no way they'd have moved on from you. I mean, that's kind of the energy that is coming through here. And the outcome is the Magician, which is Gemini Virgo energy. There is wrong Virgo here. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, you could be tempted to manipulate this person now based on what you've heard, okay? It's possible. And if this is not you, then it could be reversed, okay? Someone could be hearing that your loyalties have changed, okay? So let's have a look. Let's dig a little more. Aquarius, what's the message here for Aquarius? Why is the Knight of Swords there for Aquarius? Oh, Wheel of Life. Yeah, see, you're hearing that there's change coming to a dynamic that I think you didn't expect to change, okay? You didn't expect this dynamic to change. You thought this person would always carry a torch for you. Let's look at the Fool. Where's that there? The Lord of Shields. Yeah, this person is, they've got a new opportunity and they're going for it, okay? Let's look at the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant there? Why is the Hierophant there for Aquarius? Ascension. The Chariot energy, okay? So this person is moving on from this commitment. That's what I'm getting, okay? And I also get with Ascension that they have, because it's a spiritual card as well, it feels like this person has leveled up, Aquarius. They've leveled up. They're seeing things differently now. And if they were absolutely devoted to you, they're not any longer. Okay. With the lovers, maybe they've met a soulmate, and now they see they've met someone that they're, is devoted to them as well, something like that. Okay, but this is what's crossing here. So let's see, why is the Queen of Coins there? Yeah, there's an end to this person's devotion with the consolamentum. It's the world. This person was loyal, they were devoted, but no more. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's look at that Knight of Coins. The Ace of Swords. See, this person is the one who is now clear. Okay, in the past they were clear that they were devoted to you, but now I think it's changed. Yeah, let's look at that Ace of Swords. Convenenza. Okay, the Strength card. So you've heard, okay, that this person has another choice, that they're going down another path, and with Convenenza, it's forcing you to face your fears here. Aquarius, that's what I'm getting. It's forcing you to face your fears, okay, that this person is moving on, that there's an end to their devotion, there's an end to them always being there for you as well. I feel you may have relied on this person heavily, okay? Even if they're an ex-partner or whatever, you could have relied on them very heavily. And the fact that they are now no longer going to be available to you in that some capacity like that is causing a lot of concern, okay? But it's going to force you to level up as well, and face things, right? Face things on your own. Let's look at the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Seven of Wisdom, I mean, that's the thing. I think you're wondering if you've heard that this person is maybe now feeling devoted to someone else, okay, and that they're thinking about that person. They're considering somebody else. And let's look at the Five of Swords. The Lord of Swords. Yeah, this legal ending is what is causing a lot of confliction for you. Or conflict, right? It's this is your card, Aquarius, okay? So for some of you, I mean, it's reversed, but I think this is causing a lot of conflict for you because you always thought this person was going to be there, and that dynamic worked for you, but change has come to that dynamic, right? It's not working for this person. So let's look at the Three of Cups. There's a Three of Cups there for Aquarius. Why is the Three of Cups there? The Empress and Temperance. Wow. I mean, that's a thing. See, there is a third party here, okay? This person has met someone else. They want to go down a different path. With the Three of Cups, there's someone else. With Esclamond, Devoir, and the Apparamentum, they are meant to come together with this person, which is why we have that Lovers there. It is a soulmate. Okay, this is the right person that they're meant to be with, and that's what's hidden here. Okay, that they're going to be with that person. For some, it could even be going back to someone that they've already known. Okay, yeah. But there's a faded reconnection of some sort there. That's hidden. Now let's look at Ace of Coins. What's that there? Justice. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're worried that they're gonna commit to somebody else, Let's look at the Magician. Where's the Magician there for Aquarius? Yeah, Squire of Shields. Oh gosh. Aquarius, some of you've heard this gossip about this person's choice, right? People are talking about it, and some of you could be tempted to manipulate this person, okay? Because the current status quo suits you. You don't want them going off anywhere, with this message of concern, the fact that they want to make your divorce final or whatever, they want to tie up some legal loose ends so that they can move on, is causing a lot of concern, okay? So let's see. Let's look at this Wheel of Life. Why is the Wheel of Life there? Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this new opportunity is fated, okay? Aquarius, it is. This person is meant to go down a different path. away from you. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at that Ace of Swords. Four of Cups. Yeah, see, this person was loyal to you, but I think with that Four of Cups, Aquarius, you weren't truly interested in them, or you, yeah, because I'm getting that this person was devoted, but you weren't as devoted to them, okay? Um, but at the same time, you wanted to keep them around because they did a lot. They were a loyal partner, you know. Let's look at Ascension. Why is that there? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. See, they're moving on. Okay, this is someone you want a long-term commitment or some sort of family dynamic. They have leveled up. They recognize that they want to move on. Okay. Oh, they found love. Yeah, with the Two of Cups. I think this person is a loyal person that you may have left behind. And they have now found love. So their loyalties are changing. Okay, let's look at Consolamentum. Yeah, Seven of Cups. There's an end here, and it's filling you with confusion, you know, because I feel you always thought this person was going to be there forever, being loyal, you know. Yeah, well, nothing lasts forever, right? Let's look at Convenanza. Seven of Swords. See, you've been deceiving yourself here, Aquarius, okay? And it's going to force you to face up to things that you have been denying about yourself. When you get this clarity, right, it's going to force you to face up to things that with the Seven of Swords you've kind of lied to yourself about. Okay, let's look at Convenanza again. Yeah, Six of Cups. See, you were lying to yourself about the Six of Cups energy, right? That this person would always be there forever, devoted to you. And now you're faced with the reality that they're moving on. Okay, let's look at that Seven of Wisdom. Yeah, Eight of Cups. That they're focused on moving towards someone else. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at this Esclamon de Foi and Apparamentum. Why is that there? Queen of Wands. There is someone else here. Okay. Yeah, with the King of Swords. So if you're dealing with a male Aquarius, this could be them who's going off, who was devoted. Okay. They've also got Leo quite strongly. I mean, there's quite a few signs. There's Cancer. There's, you know, Libra. There's a lot. But yeah, this person has met somebody else with this Queen of Wands, and that's a fated coming together for them. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Let's look at Menoramentum. Yeah, Temperance. See, you're worried that they will find happiness in a legal connection with somebody else, you know, and this is what you're fearing, this change. Let's look at the Squire of Shields. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. See, you realize that this person is going to leave you out, and it's suddenly filling you with a lot of fear. And I don't know, some of you could be tempted to manipulate. Let's see, why is that Squire of Shields there? Yeah, Five of Wands, you know, there's a fight now with the Four of Wands over this home, a decision to do with the home. So what I'm getting from this, Aquarius, and as I said, feel free to reverse it. When you get this news, right, it's going to become as a shock that this person is moving on, that they're no longer devoted to you. And some of you are going to try to manipulate this person by fighting over a house, okay? Like going for legal judgment over a house. Maybe thinking that if you try to force them into some kind of sale of a house, they'll back out, okay? Something like that. There's some manipulation around this. But this is a fated coming together for them. So, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, right? It's fated, okay? So you can't stop this person. If you're trying to stop them by going to court over a property, you can't stop them, okay? That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Let's look at that courthouse reversed. Yeah, Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. You're determined to stop them from starting something else by keeping all their focus on some kind of legal thing. Gosh, are we talking about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie here? I mean, it feels like that, like tying somebody up in a legal court case, okay, so that all their energy goes into that. Yeah, that's what I've got here, Aquarius, okay? If you're this person who's tempted to manipulate them, then yeah, I don't think that's going to go down very well, okay? You're being asked to face your fears here, you know. You've been deceiving yourself, maybe, that this person would always be there, and it's time for you to face your fears and a future without them, okay? I think this person has been like a security blanket for you, and that blanket's now being yanked away, and that's leading to a lot of confusion, you know. But you can manage on your own, and I think you need to find the strength to do so, okay? That's kind of the message I'm getting here. Okay, I'll pull some advice though. Let's see. What is the advice for this Knight of Coins? Or let's see, what's the advice for this person who wants to go on this fool's journey? Yeah, the Lovers. See, they have a choice with a soulmate, okay? And they're being urged to go towards that person with the Knight of Spears. And we've got Temperance beneath that. And didn't I say here with the Temperance and the Empress that this was fated? So this is fated. This is the universe pushing these two people together, okay? So you trying to stall them with this legal thing is not going to work. That's what I'm getting. Okay, what's the advice here for the other person who's being left behind? What's the advice for this person who's conflicted, let's say, in the Five of Swords energy? What is the advice for that person? King of Spears, Three of Coins. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, I think this is fated, okay? And it's about you being confident as well in building your own foundation with the Three of Coins, right? I think this, like I said, this person has been a security blanket for you, okay? So now you need to be proactive and give yourself your own security blanket, okay? And you can do it. You just have to face your fears here, okay? That's what I've got. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, again, it is fated, okay? So you can't stop this from happening, Aquarius. That's what I'm getting, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. Please do tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear how it resonated for you. And do hit like, share, and subscribe. It helps so much. And yeah, I'll see you next time.